If you'd like your own reading, life coaching session, incantation, spell, or spirit channeling, go to naomitarot.com. Readings are now $25 per question, flat fee. I will be having a sale starting on April 16th for $20 per question. If you would like to order them now, please do so. The sale will be from April 16th until April 23rd, $20 per question. Thank you. Okay, so I got to thinking about Harry and Meghan lately, and I feel like this coronavirus is putting a huge strain on their marriage. Now, I'm not one to always think biasly or negatively about them. In fact, I've done a lot of supportive videos for them. I've done some saying they wouldn't last, and I've done some in support of their relationship. I go with whatever my intuitive feeling is at the time, and I try to stay as unbiased as possible, although I am not one who tries to throw shade or negativity at them. That being said, I feel like they're having some real issues now that there is a lockdown. I think that Meghan, when she decided, because it's pretty clear, and it was clear in most of my readings, that Meghan led their fleeing from the royal family. I think when Meghan decided to leave, she did not expect the lockdown. I don't think she saw it coming. And a lot of their plans to pay for their security and live their lavish lifestyle and fun that have been dashed right now because with what's going on, they can't make money right now. Now, of course, they're not in the situation of somebody with a regular office job who's really in dire straits right now, having their job getting eliminated and having to drive their car in a food line. It's not near that level, but with the standard of living that they're used to, I'm not so sure that they can maintain it without asking Charles for money right now because of what's going on. And I think they're really kicking themselves right now with the timing of it. I do feel strongly that this is causing a big rift in their relationship right now. I also feel that William is very embittered and angry about the whole situation right now because he feels that, hey guys, you picked the worst time to go and leave right now. Dad got sick, this whole coronavirus thing, everybody's locked down, and now you guys are all the way over in LA. Thanks a freaking lot for caring. So I think this has only deepened the rift between William and Harry, in fact. Furthermore, I think this has deepened William's dislike for Meghan. From William's point of view, and this is not personally what I think of her, by the way, I just want to add that footnote in. I do not personally think this of her, but I have said from the beginning, before the news articles even were saying that William didn't like Meghan, and that was the real rift. It was between William and Meghan and Harry and William because of that. It wasn't between the two women like the tabloids liked to make it look, because they always want to pit women against each other. It was always between William and Meghan and William and Harry. And I always felt like he kind of thought, look at this woman. She's an actress nobody even knows of. She's not like a Halle Berry or a Paula Patton even, or, a Rihanna. She's like this unknown woman. Nobody knows who the hell she is. And she just comes in the family. Who the heck does she think she is, pushing my brother to marry her so fast, right? I had to wait years to marry Kate, and this woman just comes out of nowhere and marries my brother. And I think he alluded to some of this to his brother. He may have said it a little bit more kinder, like maybe you should rethink marrying her, etc. Who is she? And Harry really took offense to this. He was very protective over Meghan, very convinced on his way was the right way. He is a Virgo, and as a Virgo, I can tell you, once we have an idea in our heads, nobody can tell us different. Very similar in that way to Scorpio. And Cancers are very intuitive, if you're a Virgo and you don't have like a sign like Aquarius or Cancer or Scorpio or Pisces in your chart. Virgos are intuitive as well. A lot of Virgos are therapists, but if they don't have like Aquarius, in a strong placement in their chart, or Pisces or Scorpio or Cancer in a strong placement, a lot of times they may not be as good with the intuition. And William has double Cancer in his chart. So he is highly intuitive, almost psychic. So I think he saw, Meghan thinking, this woman, she came out of nowhere. And I don't really think it was about race for him. I think it was about her being known. Like, who is she? She comes out of nowhere. Like, what does she want? Is she trying to elevate her fame because she is not famous, but she hangs out with a famous crowd type of thing, I think if she had been a Rihanna or somebody to that level of fame, I think he would have thought of it differently, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think it's necessarily because of what she looks like that William felt that way. And, William is part of the younger generation as well. I don't think he's the same as like a Philip would be, right? If you catch my drift with that. But I think he was very protective over his brother. And, speaking from his perspective or point of view, if I were to put myself in his shoes, this is not fact based. It's intuitive reading and intuition I'm using right now. But I think from his point of view, it was like, who is she? And how could she claim to not have known who my brother is? Because, in the interview, she said she didn't know who Harry was. She didn't hear of him, when we all know that everybody heard of Prince Harry and Prince William. Everybody knew who they were. Everybody knew about their life. You had to have been living in a cave under 20 million rocks not to know, especially her being in my generation. We grew up with that, people in their 30s especially. So, he wasn't buying it. And I think he felt like she was phony. And he alluded to that with Harry. And I think that this ever since then has caused a major rift. And now he's even more upset because he's like, what the hell are you doing over here with her, over there with her, when you could have been with the family, and now it's the worst time for you guys to be over there. So it's really only deepened the rift. And I think that this corona or Rona has really caused a problem in their relationship as well, Harry and Meghan, because, it's like we were going to make money, we were going to be this money-making machine and go our own way, and now this threw a curveball, I don't think it's going to cause them to split, but I think it is going to put a huge strain on their marriage. So I think there's still more to come. But that's my main thing from it. And I really think, especially particularly with Catherine, there's a lot of pressure put on her to step up to the plate because they no longer have Meghan to utilize for appearances as well, more appearances to spread out some of the work. And I think a lot of pressure is additionally being put on Catherine that William is also not happy about. Again, these are not my personal opinions, but they're my intuitions about how each member feels. They are not facts. And yeah, I think that the main rift still stands between William and Harry, but I do see some additional tension being added between Meghan and Harry, and Catherine just kind of trying to stay as neutral as possible. She does feel, a kind of, support to her husband, like, honey, I think you were right. But for the most part, she tries to stay out of it, I feel. She kind of just stays in that introverted Capricorn energy. And William is very much in that psychic Cancer moon, Cancer sun energy. And he is very much like, Harry, you may not have the intuition I have. I see this coming from a mile away. It's not going to last. And, he's going to be the one at the end of the day when things do eventually crumble to say, I told you so. And that's how he's kind of been operating all along, with I told you so energy. And that's where the main dispute between the two brothers comes from.